27-year-old Christian Combs also asked the judge to give his father grace in his sentencing, adding, "He is the greatest in the world. He is my hero, has always been my hero, and always will be my hero." This morning, Sean Combs is behind bars, sentenced to 4 years in prison for transporting women and male escorts across state lines for prostitution. The new baby oil should start looking great if you ain't got nothing on it. Got a new baby oil. This ain't baby oil. This, you ran through 8,000 jars of him in prison, baby. I mean, he was ashy, Larry. Relax. I still got everybody looking. So Diddy just got sentenced to 4 years in federal prison. But 50 Cent wasn't waiting for the verdict to drop. He went on Instagram and posted a fake letter to the judge, roasting Diddy and named dropping Christian Combs at the same time. Christian, as you guys probably know, already has a lawsuit hanging over him accusing him of misconduct against a woman who worked on Diddy's yacht. But instead of lying low, Christian has been publicly flaunting the allegations, dropping diss tracks and taunting the feds. He even had the audacity to beg the judge to let Diddy walk free and said his dad is his hero. Ever notice how some people make money online effortlessly while others keep planning forever? Well, the world doesn't reward ideas. It rewards execution. It rewards people who take action, build products, and sell while others scroll. If you don't build your digital leverage now, someone else will, and they'll be the one making money while you're still figuring it out. This ebook will train you to build digital products that print income on autopilot, even if you've never sold anything before. So, instead of wasting money on another weekend binge or a Netflix subscription, invest in this guide and start building the system that buys your freedom. Press on the link on the description or click on the I button on the top right to download this ebook that will help you achieve financial freedom. Now, Christian hasn't been charged with anything yet, but the way he's taunting and mocking the federal government, he might just end up sharing a cell with his dad. And 50 Cent just made it clear that he's keeping tabs on both of them. Remember what I told you, right? Yeah, what? It's grown man business. It's grown man business. Music boom, all right. So you all probably heard by now that Diddy has been sentenced to 50 months in prison, just over 4 years and 2 months for 2 counts of transporting women and ex-workers across state lines. Prosecutors were pushing for 11 years and 3 months in prison, while Diddy's lawyers argued that he should receive 14 months maximum. And in the end, Judge Aaron Subramanian settled on 4 years and 2 months and told Diddy that while he considered the fact that he's a self-made artist who has inspired and lifted up communities, he couldn't ignore the massive evidence against him in this case. "We read it and saw it," the judge said. Images of gashes and bruises and broken doors, and saw it in a savage video of Cassie Ventura. Meanwhile, Diddy tried his hardest to convince the judge he's a changed man. And he even tried some good old emotional manipulation by getting his lawyers to play this bizarre 11-minute-long video where Diddy is portrayed as an activist and a family man. Is this video that was played during the sentencing hearing. It was about 11 minutes in length, and we have obtained it here. So I do want to play it for you for the first time on Live Now from Fox. What you've given to the world? I don't think you know, man. Music. When my baby cried, we got to give her a bottle. Know that you mean something to people. Know that you mean something to people, that you live somewhere in people's heart. My nose fell off. Music. No, my lips fell off. Thank you. You wear it. You inspire, you energize, and you've left that for the rest of the existence of this planet. Man, one thing about great producers is they make you want to do better and be better about what you do. And he made me feel like I could do anything and go anywhere. I'm from New York. I love New York. I love the city of New York. I love the children of New York. I wanted to do something good. I wanted to get my generation in the hip-hop community behind this. They come through in a big way. And we wanted to raise some money for the children of New York City for health and education. We have a huge education crisis. And this is just a start. It's something we're going to be committed to. I'm going to be committed to for a lifetime. And it's no better way than taking it to the show. Y'all, the level of arrogance is through the roof. Imagine releasing a highly edited and produced video thinking the judge in a court will find it compelling in a court case. But that's not all. Diddy was so convinced that the judge would let him walk that he actually booked a speaking engagement in Miami for next week. But this isn't that shocking if you've been keeping up with how Diddy and the whole family have been acting during the trial. Remember, his family had a party planned for his release, and they celebrated in front of the court after Diddy was acquitted of the other more serious charges back in July. Diddy even screamed, "I'm coming home, baby," after the verdict was read, and Christian danced in front of the courtroom like he actually thought Diddy would be released at that moment. Hey yo, we love y'all. We love everybody watching. So happy coming home? God bless. God bless the whole world. What was going through your head when the verdict was read? Well, Pops isn't coming home just yet, and you already know who was first to clown Christian after Diddy's sentencing. That's right. 50 Cent had a lot to say, and even before Diddy was sentenced, 50 had already thrown the first punch. He posted a fake letter to the judge on Instagram, telling him that Diddy is too dangerous and also calling out Christian and reminding the judge that Christian previously taunted the feds about raiding the wrong house. 50 wrote, "Dear Judge Subramanian, I have had an ongoing dispute with Puffy for over 20 years. He is very dangerous. Multiple times I have feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public, Your Honor, before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustments despite his trying to teach a class in there. As you are already aware, the government has spent the maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appeared to be an army in 2 locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations, claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male ex-workers and keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it. My Netflix doc on this scandalous subject is coming soon. Now, 50 may be trolling, but he's not lying about Christian's lawsuit and him taunting the vet. Christian was first mentioned in the lawsuit filed last year by Diddy's former producer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones. And Lil Rod claimed he had irrefutable evidence that Christian was allegedly involved in the same type of crimes as Diddy, supplying a woman with substances and essaying them. And while Lil Rod didn't reveal any other detail, he hinted in a footnote that a formal complaint was coming soon. And Lil Rod was telling the truth because just a couple of months later, Grace Omarai filed a 31-page lawsuit in LA Superior Court naming both Christian and Diddy as defendants. She alleged that Christian attacked her while she was working as a crew member and bartender on a yacht that Diddy rented back in December 2022. Grace claims that in the early hours of December 28th, Christian forced her to take a shot of tequila, and she suspected that the drink was laced with something because she started to feel woozy. After that, she claims Christian started to kiss her and touch her private parts without her consent. Grace also claims that Lil Rod has an audio recording of the alleged incident, and she attached a transcript of the recording which allegedly shows how Christian blocked her from leaving his room. And in the recording, you can allegedly hear Grace saying, "Excuse me, you don't touch my legs like that." After Christian reportedly made an inappropriate move on her, Christian then responds, "Listen, you and everybody in the crew." Grace then tries to leave the room, but Christian allegedly blocks her and asks, "Who can I talk to?" "I'm going to say I requested you right now." Then Grace hits him with, "Well, you can take your hand off my ass for the first thing." On top of that, she also submitted photos of the alleged marks on her body from Christian grabbing her and holding her against her will. According to Grace's complaint, she reported the incident to Diddy's chief of staff, but they dismissed her and later fired her. Now, of course, Christian's lawyers immediately denied all these allegations and released a statement to CNN calling the lawsuit full of manufactured lies and irrelevant facts. The lawyer also said they will be filing a motion to dismiss Grace's claims. But so far, the lawsuit still hasn't been officially dismissed. Now, anyone else in this position would just lay low for a while until this issue is resolved. But since this is Diddy's son we're talking about, he's been out here publicly taunting authorities, acting like he's untouchable, and dropping diss tracks about the feds. Months ago, Christian dropped a track titled "Pick a Side," where he mocked the feds for supposedly raiding the wrong house. And he also threw shade at rappers for switching up on his dad. Christian raps, "Don't bust no U-turn cause we ain't forgetting ish." And to all that switch, suck my D. He didn't stop there though. He took a direct shot at 50 Cent saying, "When all they had was 50 Cent, who put this city on the map?" Stop lying. Pop's been hated on by many men, and that's fine. They going to try to stop these M&Ms and they going to die trying. Pull up to the south side. We locked and we got ties. Don't give an F about no blogs cause we really outside. And then Christian decided to taunt the feds, mocking them for allegedly forgetting to check Diddy's other house next to the ones that got raided back in March last year. He raps, "When them Fetty boys ran in both of our cribs, too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the only one they missed." Now, a lot of people speculated that Christian's disc was one of the reasons why the feds leaked that hotel security camera footage of Diddy attacking Cassie. See, the timing was interesting because that footage was released by CNN just days after Christian dropped his little diss track. Even Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, who worked for law enforcement, claimed that this was the feds' retaliation after Christian taunted them. Some trash like that and really didn't know what he was doing. He's teasing the federal government, and I told y'all the Southern District of New York do not play. So King Kong just put another battery in their back. And you see after he did that, something get leased to the press. Do you notice that? Right. Soon as he did that dumb mind talking about, well, we did this and we did that. We had this over here. Y'all went to the wrong house. Some went to say, well, we going to show you how wrong we are. Yo, CNN, run this action. Roll them. Don't play with the feds, bro. Because you gotta realize this. They got a lot of time. All they got to do it. All they got is time. Yo, they gonna sit there. People sitting up there and they want something. See, people like a fix. They need that fix real quick. They want them to hurry up and charge Diddy with something or see what they got on him. The fan's going to take their time. May take 6 months, may take a year, may take 2 years. They got up to 3 years to bring their case up. They got 3 years. So they checking everything about them. They going to dock all the I's and cross all the T's. Feel like the feds, they released that video over King Kone's comments? Oh man. I've worked in law enforcement for 27 years, and I had the opportunity to see Haida. It's a place where as they have the state, the feds, the NYPD, the Department of Quarry Corrections, and the state police. Yo, this place could be half of a basketball court. That's where they just got lines of computers with officers of all different people and officers just on the internet. Whoever's over that case, whoever's working that case, don't you know they saw that and took it to their boss? You might think it's petty, but it's not. You do not agitate a lion with a pork chop. And that's what that kid did, bro. Now, as for 50, he thought this whole mess was hilarious and he mocked Christian for threatening him in that diss track. 50 said sarcastically in his IG caption, "I feel so threatened by the things Christian is saying on his record. I'm afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys." I never mentioned or posted anything about Puffy's kids because KPD said he killed Tupac, LOL. But it looks like Christian still needs to be humble because he's still out here taunting the feds, flaunting his lifestyle, his connections, and his confidence that he's untouchable. In fact, he just dropped a new track, Lonely Roads, featuring none other than Northwest. And he brags about inheriting Diddy's throne. He raps, "Grow something up. Take a puff for the namesake. Put the whole world against me. I'ma keep the same face. I wanted all the real love. The fake hate." The headline's going to still say vacate the throne. Young I'm home. Dead wrong like bye. Still the king like T. Still bop like DY. But judging by the reactions, no one is showing love to Christian. In fact, people are out here in his comments telling him he needs to find a new lane because music is not his thing. Someone said, "Yo, I never thought I'd see somebody with less talent than your dad, but at least he could produce music." My God, little dude. Please live a private life. No, Diddy. And another user wrote, "Maybe he needs to be locked up too." A monster in the making. Well, let me know how you feel about the way Christian has been moving lately. Is he doing too much considering he still has that lawsuit hanging over him? Drop your comments below, and I'll catch you in this next video.